Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I'm in the house with this big boy. This is the Tashibarusha designed custom knife factory muscle in the house for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy. But first of all, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content right over here. Let's just check out right away the size of this big boy. This is a 9.5 inch long knife with, I would say, a little bit over 4 inch long cutting edge, maybe 4.2 inch long overall length for the blade, and 5.5 inch long handle from here to here. So not a small knife whatsoever, because, for example, check out up against Ontario Rad number 1. Yeah, that's Ontario Round number 2, just dwarfed by this big boy. And here you've got your Benchmade bug out, and right over here you're gonna see the Benchmade mini bug out. Look at that. Look at this sheer size of this big boy. And we can also check, for example, a couple options from Spyderco. Of course, you've got your Paramilitary 2 right there, and Para 3 right up here. Look at this size. I mean, guys, yeah, not a small boy by any means. And let's just check another couple. Here you've got your Chris Reeve Knives large Sebenza 21, and of course you can see the small Sebenza 21, how it's comparing with this huge muscle boy right there. Another Russian guy. This is the F95 Slim Nudist, and of course I want to show you also the smaller brother. This is the Neon R20, also from Shirogorov Knives. But let me show you also another couple from Custom Knife Factory that are in the house. This is the 520, and this is the Snafu 2.0. So again, this is still the biggest dude that we have around. Another Custom Knife Factory that is right over here. This is the Sukhoi 2.0, and yeah, it's still smaller than the muscle. There's no way I have a bigger knife than that. I can show you Roy Custom knife over here. And what else can I show you? Just this Rick Hinder Knives XM18, just because I have it there, and why not? Just a Holt Blade Works haptic, because it's a cool one, and I happen to have it on hand. So let's check out this guy over here. This is Custom Knife Factory Muscle Tashibarusha designed. It's a big boy. It's a fantastic frame lock, titanium. Look at the milling going on this scales. Really cool, guys. The price of this one, this is discontinued now, but the price back then was $325. So pretty much a cheap version of Custom Knife Factory of today's price, because they're gonna be, it depends, you know, they can get to a high price depending on the model, of course. This is a very intricate design going on in these scales. Look at the different milling patterns going on. Look at these lines, nice, some little curves, but mostly straight lines. Some nice, this huge finger groove going on right over here. There's a dual tone finish in these gaps. You can see the different anodization of the titanium, and then right over here you can see the raw titanium, just satin finished for these flat surfaces. Really cool milling. You've got, of course, chamfering going on all the way around, internal chamfering as well. You have some internal skeletonization to reduce the weight, which, I mean, it's going to be insane. We're going to check it in a second. You have this huge finger groove, which can allocate easily 2 fingers and give you a very nice grip indeed. You've got a titanium backspacer, which is basically full backspacer from the heel to the blade to the heel of the handle. It's gonna cover the entire length of the back. You have a numbered edition right over here, and There is no lanyard hole option, and it's gonna be also protecting the tip of the blade, in this case safely buried down right there. Blade is centered, no question on that. And if you check the overall look when this guy is closed, it's nice. It's flowing, has some pretty cool lines. It's nicely designed. It's a big boy. It's chunky. It's heavy. You can baton for this with this folder, but it's a very, very good one. You cannot deny that. You've got tip-up flipper tab, which is chamfered, not jimped, with M390 designation just engraved right over there. So nice. It's good like for like a push button. It's gonna be good, actually better with a light switch deployment method, but both are fine. You've got T8 Torx bit pivot screw right over here, and this side over here it's just closed, so to keep the overall lines clean. A couple screws also requiring a T8 Torx bit to disassemble the handle, and pretty much you're done. You can also check out my disassemble video if you're curious on how to maintain this little fella. It's gonna be pretty easy and straightforward to do. You've got also a stainless steel lock face insert right there to eliminate lock stick, because titanium and stainless steel, not the best friend. When rubbing up against each other, they might introduce some lock stick, but in this case, nothing. Really cool. You have an integrated internal lock bar stabilizer right here, integrated with the stainless steel lock face insert, so nice and pretty cool. And then you've got a nice, very nice titanium 3D milled pocket clip with matching pattern just on top. Look at that. Here is matching, here is not. So, like for example, if you check the also Toshiba Barusha design and Custom Knife Factory produced Justice 2.0, you're gonna notice that the clip has two patterns, like with the pattern matching on the underlying pattern in the lock side, and I don't know why they did it like this. So these lines are matching, but not these horizontal with the vertical lines right over here. So not a big deal, but still just something to notice. This pocket clip is not reversible. It's tip-up carry only. It's just gonna stay right there, and it's nicely finished, dual tone. There's a nice spring tension, huge ramp. Look at the clip ramp right there. Fantastic in and out of the pocket action for sure. The blade is an M390 satin finish. Huge blade. Look at this, the absence of jimping, but satin spine and nice wedge going up down to the tip. Really like the sweeping lines. And then you have a belly and kind of like a recurve up to the little sharpening choil right before the flipper tab. Beautiful plunge grind. You've got Toshiba Barusha design logo, Custom Knife Factory logo, and a sterile looking blade on the other side. So nothing wrong with that. And now we can check the thickness of the blade with this little fella right over here. So let's just zero it. We can check how thick is this boy. Like here, look at that. So this is like 5 millimeter, and let's see, like 5 millimeter, which in inches is gonna be this. Look at that. Not a small boy. So you see like the heel of the blade right over here. It's gonna give you a little bit, let me see, like that. It's gonna give you a little bit higher reading. That's in inches. So if I'm gonna do, you see 0.046, and if you do in millimeters, right over here, probably that's the thinnest point is 1 millimeter, 0.74. So yeah, not super thin behind the edge, but look at the stock thickness of this big boy. It's just a huge and chunky blade. There is a nice flat grind. You have the tip, which is also like pretty thick. There's no jimping, as I was saying, and you have no finger choil, just like a sharpening choil, but you can do kind of like an advanced grip and try to use this flipper tab as a finger choil. And over here you can take advantage of this space right before the harpoon kind of thing going on to just use your thumb like that, like as a thumb ramp. So really nice indeed. Also, you've got some very nice sound coming out of this bad boy. Look at that. Wow. It's a beast. Look at that. You can even make it bounce, or you can just gently close the beast like that. Make sure you don't have any fingers in that, because this is a chopping thing. Look at this. Nice. Whoosh. Clank. It's loud. It's a beast. It's a massive sound coming out of this knife, guys. Look at this. I mean, they called it the muscle, so there must be a reason for that. And also the sound is reflecting that name for sure. If you check the weight of this guy, is not gonna be a light one, because it's a massive one. Look at the scales, look at the stock thickness of the blade. This is 8.3 ounces, so yeah, it's a heavy one, but there's no hot spots in the hand. It feels really good. You have nice finger groove over here, low profile clip, no sharp edges, no jimping, of course. You can choke it up like that, or like this even. You can easily do a nice reverse grip like that. Look at this. You're gonna have enough space for your thumb. It's solid. It's you know, the texture is gonna give some nice grippiness to the handle. This huge backspacer, it's solid, and it's gonna confer some extreme rigidity to the handle. Nothing is moving. It's a beast of a knife. I can really say that this can be like some knife I would bring like camping and just like baton with this, because the level of solidity it transmits to your hand is just gorgeous. No rattling when shaken, no gaps, no misalignment, everything is flush. There is no blade play, when actually there's a little bit of blade play now that I'm noticing. But let's just fix this with just a T8 Torx bit screw. That's gonna be an easy deal. Look at that, just a little. Yeah, maybe we can do a little bit more, because probably missed some great action. No blade play. And now, yeah, the blade is perfectly centered, so probably wasn't 100% centered before. So yeah, it's just clean up this guy. So it's a beast of a knife, and there's no blade play. I was saying there's no finger sore right over here, because the flipper tab is nicely done. There's no jimping, but it has a nice shape, so it's gonna be easily deployed indeed, so no issues for that whatsoever. You've got a very, very cool clip ramp, easy to get in and out of the pocket. This guy's running on bearings. Deployment speed is like, it's pretty fast, especially for a blade this size. It's just like whipping out like crazy. Really good. Of course, you have you see like this action going on as soon as you disengage the lock bar. You see, blade wants to fall shut and chop your finger, and as soon as you put it in the vertical position, just a little nudge and boom, it gets closed like that. It's a fantastic action. It's just missing a detent ball ramp to keep things, to make things even smoother, but it's not a big deal, because the blade is so heavy that it's just gonna overcome that very easily. You have very nicely tuned in and dialed in detent. Really good indeed. You've got also a little bit of detent suction, not too much, not so much magnetic effect, but overall this is a beast of a knife. It looks menacing. Look at these lines. I mean, it's a beast. It's a muscle. It's the custom knife factory muscle. It looks good, sounds scary, it's heavy, it's chunky, it feels good in the hand. It's something solid that you want to be with you when you are in the woods for sure. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.